Hello, rock stars. Welcome to In the Pit. I'm your host, Rick. I'm excited today. I'm just excited because my guest is none other than Josh Olsen. How are you? You're like, oh my God, what the hell have I signed up for?
I was prepared until that weird little voice you had came out. That I'm excited. I mean, what was that? My therapist I had back in New York that used to talk to me that was fantastic. But anyway,
I didn't get on here going, I am Cornholio.
I wish you would.
Oh my God.
I mean, it just makes everything perfect. I mean, what happened?
I need some TP for my bunghole.
We were going to start this dignified. That
really?
So here we go. In the pit with Rick once again.
Wait, you want to start it over? Like, hi, I'm Rick, and I've got Josh. Oh, is that a little too aggressive? Wait, I'm sorry. Did you want serious today?
No.
Oh my God, how are you, brother?
Man, I'm good. I'm good. Always good to be back. Good to be hanging with you guys, Mr. Rose included. We know he's behind the scenes, but we love him. We want to give him props. We want to say hi to him.
I just got to ask because I know most people do this when they like the Edge. He's bald, so he wears that hat too. Are you bald? I mean, did you lose your hair? Did you lose your hair during COVID? I mean, you can be honest. Okay. Oh, dude, you look like one. Do you remember those pencil eraser elves that you spin and
I'm one of them trolls. I'm one of them little trolls. Yeah, no.
Oh my God, Josh, we're gonna put you on the end of a pencil and be like,
please do.
Oh my God! And at this point, all our viewers just walked away. They're like, oh, these guys are idiots.
See ya.
Oh my Lord, my God, dude! You know what? And I've seen you a couple times outside of here. We're going to talk about why I saw you outside of tequila or beer. Dude, the last time we really hung out in the music scene, you were on stage saying bye-bye. You had a final performance over at the Granada, doing the Alice in Chains thing because you had an itch that needed to be scratched. Would that be fair?
No, that's absolutely appropriate and more than fair. Wes and I left Go Ask Alice, not for any reason other than we wanted to pursue the original music that we'd started writing. I mean, you know, Brian Small and Jeff McNow are incomparable, wonderful. Not only are they wonderful people, but ridiculously talented musicians, and we love them so much. And it wasn't anything that there was no dissension in the band or anything like that. But Wes and I started, you know, hanging out, saying, you know, like you said, we got to scratch that itch. There's a welling up, a feeling of needing to do that original music.
Yeah.
You couldn't get it to go away. We couldn't shut it down. We couldn't stuff it down. And so we said, look, it's now or never. Let's pull the cord. And you got I see you itching to say
it. Dude, yes, I had something even worse that I was going to do. And I'm glad I didn't because I already get enough crap from people. You're like, Rick, it doesn't go down your throat. And at that point, beer came out his nose.
Wow.
Oh my God. And honestly, that was such a fun night. You had the boys from Nevermind, the Nirvana tribute, open up for you guys. And I got to give them a plug because and it's funny, I asked them, and they're another band that I had talked to about coming on the show that I need to follow up. I need to have those boys on my show. But they were phenomenal. They threw down, they killed it.
Those guys are I mean, we've had them with us from their inception to where they are now, and they're blowing up, and they're playing with, you know, bands like Basket Case and the Foo Fighters, and you know, putting together really good shows. The guys are ultra talented.
Yes,
great people. Love playing shows with them. I think we're going to see some original stuff coming out of those guys in the near future as well. So, you know, just teasing a little bit.
And I'm excited. because I've had an itch myself to do some originals, and I've talked about it on the show. So the name of your project is called
Tell them.
The Forgery. God,
The Forgery.
You're supposed to.
That's
You
right.
did not read the note memos. Like, you were supposed to take the cue and be like.
Look, it's called The Forgery. The funniest thing is, and it was organic how it happened. It wasn't really on purpose, but the members involved actually have all been in tribute bands and have written original music, and now we're back to writing original music. Rick, tell them who the drummer is.
I would be happy to tell you who the drummer is. So the drummer is none other than yours truly. Now, yes.
Throwing down his drumming skills.
I will be playing drums with The Forgery, and I'm excited to do some originals. And it's funny because Josh and I we've been talking about this for a few years. We've been kind of bantering back and forth like, oh my God, how much fun would it be? And hey, we should do this. And what do you think, man? Are you ever gonna, or do you think we could? Do you think we should? And when I heard you tell me, and I knew in advance you were leaving Go Ask Alice because we talked about it on the phone, and you said you were going to do the originals. All I said is I'm itching, like I'd like to write. I've been dying to do it for a while, and it definitely you and I together writing, and we got together and we've had a rehearsal, just kind of a preliminary, just to see, is there some magic, because you never know. Correct. I mean, as an original man, you never know.
No, you're right. I mean, we think we know, but until you actually sit in a room with other people and lay some of that stuff bare and just say, hey, look, this is what I'm going to do. Until you do that, you don't really know. And man, let me tell you something. And I want to tell everybody else, and musicians get this, but normal folks get this too. And I'm not talking down. I'm saying people that really just a life lesson. You get it when you sit in a room, no matter what you're doing, in a job and anything that you're doing, and you start to gel with the people around you. It makes things in this weird magical realm you kind of fall into. The having synthesis with people, it works. And we sat down and I'm gotta mention Brian Huey too, because Brian Huey's involved in this project. Mr. Huey came in and is playing guitar with us. Wes Ford, of course, you, myself. We sat down, we got together, we started playing some music, and some magical things started to happen. In fact,
it was like clicking Legos together.
Yeah,
it went together flawlessly. And I think in the afternoon that we spent together, we had 5 or 6 songs that we go, holy cow, we can now work with that. We can structure like, oh, they're great. There's some great verses, some great choruses, some bridges, like just there's some stuff. I remember one of them, I go, oh, there's a movie soundtrack right there. Like there's an ending credit song. And I was just like, wow.
Which I was like, wasn't thinking of that. And then I start to think of it. I'm like, oh my God, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, there's so many different things, but I know at one point we've been outside just chatting, taking a break, just getting a breath and not being overwhelmed by all of it. Because sometimes when this happens, it's overwhelming. When,
it is.
All these emotions and all these things, and everybody's stopped trying to be who they are and just starts letting things happen. It gets overwhelming. And so we were out taking a breath, and Wes went in and started playing something. He said, I'm going to play something I never played. He started playing something, and I caught a little wind of it, and I said, yeah, I walked in there, and I started singing some stuff. Then all of a sudden, Rick comes tear-assing in, jumping over everything, scrambling to the drum set, gets up there, and he just starts playing. And Huey comes in, and he's sitting back, just being a part of something, letting it happen. And it organically starts happening. And we start playing this song, and then I start crying all of a sudden. I mean, it was
yeah, it was pretty. It was sad. I mean, it was kind of pathetic, actually, a grown man crying. All of us. But no,
because of sadness, I'm crying because all of a sudden these guys got in the room together, and I felt it, and I knew it, and it was a really cool moment. I don't know if people experience that. I hope they do. It was
they do, and that's magical. Most musicians get to experience it. That's the fun of writing. I mean, there's a lot of being in an original band that are fun, like from writing, rehearsing stuff, recording studios. Studio time is always magical, and as I tell people, it's because you are capturing a moment in life. Okay, this is a snapshot of where we were in life at this point. So studio time to me is magical. And I know inevitably people are going to go, okay, so like, what are the influences? What is the band kind of going to sound like? What can we expect? That's first question people are going to ask.
Yeah, well, I never like to pigeonhole anything or compare anything because I don't think it's fair. Although I understand people like to relate to certain things. Well, we sat down, and when this thing came out, I said, "Hey, look, man, everybody needs to start thinking on the line of letting everything be open." What I like about a band like, let's say, Radiohead or Smashing Pumpkins, or some of these bands we've talked about, these guys did stuff that would go on a broad spectrum. They do something that would emotionally hit you, and then they just get dirty with it, and it would grind down, and you're just like, what happened to me? Putting out emotions that I don't really understand, and I want to do something that I feel that maybe nobody else is doing. Just right now, I want to take a snapshot of what we're doing, like you said, that little piece of that time, and work on that, and see, and we started doing it, and it just got really magical to me. I'm like, oh my God, I've been missing.
There's no rules. That's what I like about being an original band, is there's really no rules. Unfortunately, a lot of the original bands that I do go see, they're all trying to do the exact same thing. And I know that there's more creativity in these bands. I know, because I know that the pedigree of a lot of these musicians, they are wicked talented. And I like for us, I like the idea of we're going to try to do something a little bit different. That's maybe not what everybody else is doing, because we really want to get creative. And it's not, guys, don't go, oh, Ric's a pop punk drummer, don't expect to hear Green Day, Billy Idol. That's not what this is. Not at all.
Oh, people are not going to understand.
It's different.
All they know of you is Basket Case and Rebel.
Yep. And Sedated. When I was in Sedated,
they have not seen you, and you preface that. You said, "Hey, look, I'm a pop drummer." I said, "Okay, that's cool. You're Ric. Come in, Ric." Ric comes in, and he starts doing things that I'm like, "Dude, wait a second, Mr. Jazz drummer. Where did you come from? What happened? What are you talking about?" He's doing stuff that is proliferating the emotions that I'm asking for. He just did it. I didn't have to tell him. And look, there were times you and I are playing in the middle of the song we've never played before. We're just doing this, and I'm looking at you, and you start doing what's in my mind, and I just went, this is the symbiotic relationship that I wish people could get a hold of and be able to experience with other people. And then you've got Wes over here and Brian over here, and it comes together, and it just becomes this magical thing. And see, there's some really ultra talented original music bands here in Dallas now that we know. Empires, Mr. Wise, Mr. Bishop Booker, these guys are
Bullet,
phenomenal. Bullet, Messer, all these bands they're doing something. They're doing something for real, and they're putting pieces out, and I love what they do.
And here's the thing. Everybody may not like or love what we're doing, but you're going to get to see us being creative. This is not us playing somebody else's. This is us writing music. So you may not like everything. Okay, that's fine. There's bands that I love that I don't like everything that they do.
Sure.
But you get to see a different side of us as musicians. It's fun. We've been kind of already toying with this for a while, so we're now just slowly kind of opening up the gates. Here in another month or two, we'll throw some music out there, some snippets for y'all to hear. But it's we're not giving you the show before the show. Yeah.
We've been tirelessly writing new things, because once we open that floodgate, it's that middle of the night, wake up, run out here, jot it down, throw it down. I mean, you and I have talked about this, and
my Lord, yes.
I'll put something down, then I'll send it to you, and I mean, it might be 3 a.m. Like, Rick, are you there? And you'll be like, well, I wasn't, but I am now. And so all of a sudden,
Bad.
it's doing this stuff, and I don't know, man. It's exciting. It's fun. I really hope to get it out there soon, so people can get on the train with us and at least let us know if we're going in the right direction.
We hope. Yeah. And the thing is, you have a lot of followers, that people that love you. I'm going to tell you, folks, because I talk to this man a lot. He's itching to get back on stage, and I'm just saying, I get on stage regularly. I've had conversations going, and Josh is like, can I just come sit in like one song? I need my fix. So I promise you, we're not going to hold off forever. When it's ready.
Rick, I don't care. You a song and you're doing a show. If your guys let me, I'll come up and sing backup. I don't care. Can I just sit on the stage? Can I have a stool and just sit there?
I tell you what, I'll make you a roadie for a show, and you can just pick up my drumsticks all night, just so you can see. Yes,
the wood chips and all the drumsticks. I'll do that. That'd be cool.
Oh my Lord! Oh my
God. And I see awesome tribute bands are playing. Everything's opened up in such a beautiful way. Fat Daddies, Tees, all the hat tricks, all these things are happening, and so the music's back out.
Yes.
And I think the crowds are starting to come. People get a little weary. Don't be weary. Come out and see these shows, man. It's important. You got to get back into this. It's a beautiful thing.
And for those of you that I know, a lot of folks are getting vaccinated. Some people are not. If you're dying for live music, and I don't really care which way you want to go. If you're dying for live music and you're just comfortable wearing your mask, put your mask on. Come out. It doesn't matter. There's something. The last year and a half, almost 2 years, music got me through the pandemic. It continues to get me through. I never had to stop playing. I always still had music as an outlet. So for me, it has been, honestly, it was a lifesaver, because I don't know how I would have fared by myself in a room with animals alone.
Honestly, that's absolutely the truth. And my cats have gotten real sick of listening to what I'm doing right now. They get a little bit squirreled about it. They're just like, hey, you know what? Can you play something different? So I started, giving them some pieces of my original stuff. They are very hard critics. I'm just going to tell you.
Yeah, because when they're sitting on the counter and he's playing, and they're like knocking crap off, like next one. Exactly. I'm doing some slide guitar. I set it up. They knock the slide off. I know I shouldn't be playing slide guitar. I get it. I want to hear how you explain it away to Stacy when she gets home. Like, why are the babies so traumatized?
Yeah, why are the cats so upset, and why have they broken everything in the house? She said, "You're playing music again, aren't you?" That's great.
And why is my pillow clean, but there's a bunch of crap on yours? Like,
it's ridiculous, man. I'm such a big fan of the tribute scene in Dallas, Texas. I think it's bar none one of the best music scenes, period.
Yeah. Yep.
Tribute wise, unbelievable. Yep. Original music, it's really starting to come back out there.
Yes.
And people are starting to support, and it's hard for folks. I get it. When they don't know something, they don't necessarily
give it a shot
and do it.
Give it a shot.
They need to start treating themselves and do it like we used to do back, 80s and 90s. We went out. It didn't matter. We said, there's somebody on the bill. we're going to go, we're going to have some drinks, we're going to be with our people, and we're going to test the water. We're going to hear something. We're going to experience something.
Yep.
And I'm seeing it come back with these original bands that are actually, and a lot of these guys played tribute stuff. They did their thing. They said, hey, look, I want to try this. I want to get back into it. You, me, we were all original artists.
All original.
Because look, man, for a while, nobody gave a shit. Nobody paid attention. So I said, hey, look, I'm going to do this. And, maybe somebody will listen. And they listened. And now all of a sudden I'm like, hey, man, I'm going to do this. Maybe somebody will listen.
Now, I got to ask. I'm dying to know. I know we're going into, you're going to do some originals now. You think you'll ever get on stage, do some covers or some tribute stuff again? Or are you done?
Absolutely. Look, with the forgery, which once again, like I said, it lends itself to the fakeness of it all. However, there's some truth.
Yeah.
And with the forgery, you think, yeah, I would love to get on stage and do some covers too.
You guys don't be surprised if the forgery actually throws. Every monster mainstream band I've seen always does a cover or two in their set. They always do.
It's fun.
I'm looking to see which ones kind of tug at our heartstrings, and we end up putting our spin on it. So it's but again, just doing the original stuff, and taking all the influences from 30-something years of playing drums, and now going back to the table and getting to write. It's going to be fun and exciting again because it's a clean slate. There's no rules. It's what do you hear, and as much as people ask me, who are your favorite drummers? Well, I'm a Stuart Copeland, Jimmy Chamberlain, Trey Cole. Those are my three. I'm not saying they're the greatest, but they're my three favorites.
I'm going to tell people, and I want everybody to just kind of mark it down, because you come to a forgery show, you're going to hear aspects of Stuart Copeland coming out, because I wasn't sure, and I started when we were rehearsing. I listened to it. I went, "Oh my God, he's throwing!" And it's like, "Hey, Rick, do reggae." Rick does reggae. Hey, Rick, give me some jazz. Rick will throw some jazz. Hey, Rick, give me some marching band shit, and he'll do it. And he says, "I'm a pocket drummer." I said, "Motherfucker, you're a drummer."
I am. I'm a drummer. Oh, I play it up, but I mean, it's I do what I do, but I am a drummer. There are some songs you may see me just doing some percussive stuff, not behind the kit, but just maybe the bongos, maybe a djembe. I mean, there will be some different stuff that we're gonna, when we go in the studio, rhythmically that I hear. But again, I'm very much I'm a mainstream music kind of guy, so I love the hooks. I love the hooks and the format of mainstream music, where if I can sing along, even if I have the wrong, like snap my picture instead of smack my pitch up, I get it. It's okay. It's I like it.
But yeah, we call them flags, don't we, Rick? We call them flags.
Flags, absolutely.
We call them flags because we start writing. You don't intentionally go in there and say, "I'm going to write a hook," because I don't presume.
It happens.
But when we started playing, we started doing some of this stuff, and then it was there, and it's like, okay. And I called you 4 or 5 days later, and you're like, "Yeah, can you get this out of my head?" Because I'm like, I can't get it out of my head, man. It's in there. There's an earworm. It's burrowed its way in there, and it just sometimes those things happen.
Oh, and you know what? It's beautiful.
I don't know.
It's beautiful.
I want to write some music that people are going to relate to, and hopefully the folks that come to the show, and they've done this with the Alice stuff, they'd come to the show and they felt the same things that I felt, and that's all I ever wanted. All I ever wanted with that, and all I ever want with this, is that I come out, somebody's touched by it, they're felt, they feel something, and they feel maybe the same things that I did, and we can talk about it.
And they want more.
And people know I've always loved to be able to talk to folks that have come to the show, because they're the ones that make this stuff happen. You know this, man.
So you're saying we can write songs about ding-dongs and tequila?
If you want to, of course we can. We can write songs about Ferris wheels and sadness and happiness. And
how about unicorns?
That like to wear pajamas. I don't care. You can do what you want. He's going to be down with that, but
Oh, you'd be surprised what you could be down with.
And why would anybody say chickens with pajamas? I mean, did that really just come out of the mouth?
It's kind of what I expect from you. I mean, midgets and
Hey,
cocaine, chickens in pajamas, like.
I'm a fan of little people. That's not a bad thing. They have really small hands.
Oh,
That's it.
I see why Shrek had a donkey. I'm just saying.
You are just saying.
Oh my Lord. You know what, Josh? Every time we get together, it seems like it's nonstop laughs. Like, what kind of, and it's not just that we have aimless dribble. Actually, we have some pretty intellectually stimulating conversations, but it can so quickly diverge into insanity.
Well, yeah, I mean, you saw we're at rehearsal and it's business 1 minute,
Yeah.
and then somebody's chasing somebody else in the backyard. I'm like, what is happening? I don't even know what's happening here.
You're
And
not
where
supposed to.
people come from?
Yeah,
You
don't
know?
ask questions. Really. Plausible deniability all the way. I mean, when it comes to doing prison time, I'd rather not know anything.
I'd rather not.
So let's talk as we talk about the portrait. Let's diverge a little bit. We were recently in Vegas together.
Yes.
You and Stace were out there for some work with her. Amy and I flew in and met the rest of Rebel Yell because we were there to see Billy Idol. You did a bunch of gambling and you actually won enough money to buy not something cheap. Yeah, see, but you bought a nice ring. You got to tell us the story behind this because I was like, whoa, hold on.
Yeah. Look, I've been a fan of Mitchell and King Baby for many, many years. It's a jewelry line. They do whatever, rock and roll silver, la 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 la. Been a big fan. And I always wanted to buy this ring. And my wife, she's like, yeah, well, you make enough money, you can buy it. Don't talk to me. I'm like, but honey.
He went to work.
No. No. I'm not buying it for you. You do it. So you
had to buy yourself. So he went to work and he didn't pimp his ass out on the strip. Oh no. He went to he went to work at the table.
I went to work.
Oh, he did not get put out on the corner. He went and sat at the corner of the table and made his money work for him. I'm not going to tell you how much he spent on it, but he won a sizable chunk. And he came back from Vegas. He's like, I got my ring. And I was like,
he went over there and said, I'm buying this now. Here's some money. Please give it to me. I'm going to go back to the table. You know, we had the fortunate aspect to walk down the street and meet up with all the folks from Rebel Yell. And you guys,
we were on our way to dinner.
You got on stage and played some music. First time playing Vegas for you, so it was really actually kind of special. You know, Chi, JC, Carlos, everybody was there.
The four of us got on and we rocked out. We did Rebel Yell.
It was kind of cool to see. You know,
it was fun. I'm not gonna lie. It was fun.
Then you jumped off stage and we went and had a steak and had some wine.
Oh.
Yeah,
we actually so we had reservations. I knew that when I booked my tickets to go out there, I already knew that Josh was going to be out there. And then of course Rebel Yell, we all bought our tickets because we were all going to see Billy Idol. And so we got in early enough that I knew I only had one window of one day to hang out with you because I knew you were leaving Saturday morning. And we made reservations so that the four of us, because I mean we've been friends for years, we could go sit down somewhere and eat, laugh, drink, be goofy. And so we went to this steakhouse called Mon Ami Agabi at Paris, which is right across from Bellagio with, you know, the fountains and everything, and just made a night of it. Afterwards, went out, gambled some, drank some tequilas, and I again made memories. And I tell you this, folks, because if you're with COVID, I know a lot of people have not traveled. Make time. Like, you got to. It's good for the soul. Like, get out there, make some memories. Even if it's nothing more than you haven't been to a show lately, get off the couch, go support live local music. Even those few hours of release from reality, and just you're out having some drinks and enjoying music. That is really, come on, get out. It's good for the soul. I mean,
it's 100% right. And you saw how things were. I mean, we're talking a casino that is packed
normally,
and there was I'm not gonna lie, there was an issue. you were having your tequila, and
we actually, Josh and I got yelled at because if you're at the table, they made you wear a mask, right?
Yeah, she's actually dominating the craps table, which is just I'm in awe of what.
Amy's a craps. She's a dice girl.
Yeah,
she'll make money.
And you and I are sitting there watching her, and we're like, she's counting everything. She's watching it. What is she doing?
She's making money.
And so, yeah, I'm sipping a drink. You're sipping a drink, and everybody yells at us to put our mask up.
No, it was the pit boss. It was the pit boss that yells at us, and I'm like, we're not playing. We're not even. We're just standing here watching. And yet you got 500-600 kids over here in line to go to a rave, and not one of them has a mask on. And I'm like, I was waiting to get thrown out of the casino for that one.
It's $1,000 a person to get in there, but I'm just sitting here watching, so it doesn't count. Well, we had it to do, and it was fun. It was good, and everything ended up great. Amy won her money, and
she won her money,
and we didn't care. But
we didn't go to jail.
No, Clark County jail is not cool. I'm just gonna tell you.
Oh my Lord, I have not been to Clark County jail. I don't want to. Do not want to go to jail there.
It's not good.
Oh my Lord, Josh, it is never enough time, my friend, when you get together. I mean, even when we get together outside of here, it's never enough time. I want to schedule another one of these. Do it again with me. I know you always say yes, but we'll do it in person. Yes?
Now, see, I would really look forward to that because we have things that are planned for everyone to see. That is just, it's beauty, peace, and love. So yeah, anything, man. I love it.
Really?
Every time you guys let me on the show, I love it.
I heard things in love, and I got panicked. I like
throw your chancla at us. She's gonna hit you with the fucking flip flop.
I promise y'all. Next time, Josh and I and the beautiful wives. Next time we go on an adventure, we'll take pictures. We were very private about this one. We did not take a bunch of pictures. This was very private, personal time. Yeah, we're talking about it now, but it was our time to kind of shut out the world and just be us four for a few hours. It was a phenomenal event. Next time we'll take a bunch of pictures of Josh going to jail.
No.
Or riding the donkey.
Now see that I can get behind.
Whoa! Yeah, I get behind a donkey. That's
easy. If it's painted like a zebra, then I'm down.
Ooh. I'll be looking up a zebra connection after this. Thank you for. Oh my God! Thank you for hanging out, Josh. It's always a blast, my friend. We spend a lot of time together, but it's never enough. Because we're always go. And for those of you that are just tuning in, if it's your first time, thank you so much for tuning in. If you would go to Facebook, like us, follow us, invite your friends to like and follow us. If Facebook's maybe not your only venue and you're looking for something else, you can catch us on iHeart Radio. We're on Spotify. We definitely got Facebook, but we also have YouTube. We've got Instagram and Twitter. We also have a Roku channel and an Amazon Fire channel. So if you can't find us, you're just not looking, or you could go to inthepitwithric.com. You could download our free, yes, that's right, folks. I said free app. You can watch all the shows there, but it also has a concert calendar. You can use it to, if you're in a band locally here in DFW, you can use it to promote your band. If you're just a local fan and you want to find some shows, use it to find the shows. Or you could tune in every week to my Concert Connections concert calendar, where I talk about the Thursday, Friday, Saturday gigs. And that way you can kind of know what's going on around town. Get off the couch, bring me the ho-hos and ding-dongs, go get a cocktail, watch some live local music. It is phenomenal. So I like how I put that little plug for myself in there.
I love that. It's perfect.
Oh, my Lord. My friend, it's been great having you. I am Rick. This is Josh. You've been watching In the Pit, and we will find you somewhere in the pit.